welcome back to my channel and to my journey in beauty. Today's video is my July top 3 and bottom 3 plus a palette. If you're new to my channel, every month I pick 3 things that I've been loving to use, new or old, as well as 3 things I have not been loving. And recently I started sharing a palette with you as well. This is just a palette, again, new or old, that I've really been digging on for the current month or the past month. So if that sounds like fun to you, let's go ahead and dive into it. This month, let's go ahead and get over with the bad news first. The first product that I have not been loving this month is from BoxyCharm. No shade to them, but this is the Jaunty Bleu eyeliner in the shade Charcoal, and I'm going to give you a little swatch. This is what it looks like. I do like the color. I actually prefer a gray liner over a black liner if I'm going to use one. However, this one is just not overly comfortable to use. If it was something that I was actually going to line my lid with, it might work or perform better. But how I like to use a dark liner like this is to tight line. The upper waterline is called the tight line. And so for me, this was just okay. I did sharpen it and it did help a little bit with being able to get the color payoff on the tight line. But overall, this is definitely not my favorite eyeliner that I've ever used. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll use it up, maybe I won't. And the second thing is also from BoxyCharm. Again, no shade to them. I just, in general, sometimes it's a hit or miss. That's what you do with subscription boxes. Sometimes you like everything they send, sometimes you don't. But this one, overall, I was just disappointed in, and it is the Aesthetica 3-piece eye set. It came with a spoolie, an angled brush, as well as an eyeliner brush the month that we received the Pretty Vulgar gel eyeliner. As you can see, I only have 2 pieces left. I've already decluttered the eyeliner brush because I have also decluttered the eyeliner. You guys know that I'm not a big fan of eyeliner, and specifically gel or liquid eyeliner. I just don't have the skill, and quite honestly don't feel like my eyes need it. So this spoolie is the roughest, cheapest spoolie that I've ever felt. I have a $1 e.l.f. spoolie that is far softer and just seems to perform better than this one. I have been making the angled brush work by way of using it as almost like a flat definer brush for the lower lash line. This is a nice soft angle brush. It's just, I'm pretty sure it was intended for brows. I know some people, again, have used it for the gel eyeliner. For me, I don't tend to do either of those things, use a brush on my brows or, you know, eyeliner. So I've been making it work. It's a fine brush, but the main thing was that this 3-piece set was said to have a value of $45, and I would not have even paid $5 for this set. So again, I use this spoolie now to make it work as a backup. If I have hard pan on anything, I can use this to scrape across. I get clumps in my eyelashes. This is a nice extra spoolie to go ahead and take care of that. And there you go. And the last bummer for the month, we should call this top 3 and some bummers or something like that. Anyways, this is the Hask Coconut Oil Nourishing Deep Conditioner. This is like a hair mask. I did just purchase this at Walmart. They were a couple of dollars. I thought it was worth a try because I have tried some Hask hair care products before and really liked them. However, I did not like this one. I didn't feel like it was deeply nourishing at all, and I'll probably use it up on my daughter's hair, which is a little bit less finicky than my naturally curly frizzy hair. But for me, it was kind of a bummer. That's all the bad news for this month. Let's go ahead and get into the good news. One of these you won't be surprised about in the least if you've been watching my most recent videos, and that is the Physicians Formula Butter Blush in the shade Vintage Rouge. This is what it looks like. I just love this. I actually did wear this for my sister's wedding, which is actually going to be a theme here today. Spoiler alert, obviously it smells delicious. But I just find that this is a really universally flattering blush for me. It is not what I have on today, but it is a similar tone to what I have on today, and it just seems to look good no matter what kind of an eye look or if I'm going bold or neutral on the lip. I just think this is a great blush, and it very quickly has become like a ride or die blush for me, up there with the e.l.f. Mellow Mauve. And then the second thing this month that I'm really excited about, and I did wear for my sister's wedding, is the number 7 Stay Perfect foundation. It is said to be for all skin types, and it is a medium coverage, all day wear, and sunscreen broad spectrum SPF 15. That's a mouthful. I do have mine in the shade Warm Beige, and I really like this foundation. Again, it's not what I'm wearing today, but I did wear this for my sister's wedding, and although we were so blessed with beautiful weather on the day of her wedding, you guys know how like worried I was that my face was just going to melt off, it being almost August in Nebraska. But this performed really well. It's not the most mattifying foundation by any means, but it is long wearing, comfortable, and it actually has a demi matte finish, so it looks like skin. And I just really like this. It does have a nice pump on the top. It is a frosted glass bottle, and overall, I thought this was a really great foundation, and I'm very excited to have another drugstore option in my collection. And last is something that may surprise some of you. This was from BoxyCharm, and this was a huge hit for me. And this is the Wonder Beauty Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara. It's got this weird kind of squeezy tube packaging, and then this is what the wand looks like. I hope that it translates on film that this is a curved wand with natural bristles here, and this is my jam when it comes to mascara. This absolutely is what I have on today. I will throw up a close-up picture here for you so you can see. This is very black, it's not clumpy, it coats the lashes dramatically, and overall I just really love this mascara. Would I pay full price for it? Probably not, based on the higher end price. However, I do love this, and let's say it went on a deep discount, 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta or something like that, I would absolutely pick this up again without hesitation. By far, this is my favorite mascara that BoxyCharm has sent me, and I can't wait to see how long it lasts in terms of a shelf life, etc. It says 6 months on it, so let's hope it's just as good as the Marc Jacobs and lives up to that shelf life. And last, let's go ahead and talk about the palette of the month. This palette I used a ton, both in the 7 Days of Color Challenge as well as my 4 Looks 1 palette with this palette, and it is the Violet Voss Flamingo palette. This palette is limited edition, so if you're interested in it, I suggest you check it out sooner rather than later. I have been waiting for a long time to purchase a Violet Voss palette. I like bigger palettes. Some people prefer not, but one of my favorite palettes is the Lorac Mega Pro 2, simply because it has so many options, and this one definitely does. I told myself quite a while ago, and this is still true, that if I was going to add any palettes to my collection, they were going to be colorful palettes, and this absolutely fits into that criteria. As well as I've been wanting to try a Violet Voss palette, but I knew I wasn't going to buy something that was even half neutral eyeshadows because I don't need any, like none. So I was really glad to pick this up. I really had a fun time. I will link those videos up in the cards for you, but some standout shades for sure. I love this shade Bikini and this shade Tidal Wave. as well as Pineapple, surprisingly, was one of my favorites that I used in a lot of looks. And these two shades right here, this is Surf and Seashell. The mattes are every bit as good as the shimmers, especially I love this Flamingo shade as well as this shade, which is called Watermelon. Overall, I love this palette. We do have a brown down here, a matte black, and you do have a buff or bone shade for brow bone highlight or setting down your primer if that's your jam. So I do really love this palette. I don't see myself getting bored with it anytime soon, and I'm glad that I've tried a different formula, because I can honestly say, regardless of what anyone else is saying at this point, that I do like the Violet Voss formula. So there you go. There's the top 3, the bottom 3, and a palette for the month of July. Thank you for being patient with me while I was traveling the last few weeks. So until then, I hope all of your makeup days are beautiful makeup days, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!